we are, the Smuggler's Moon. It's the gaping maw of Nar Shaddaa, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa, from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or if we're someone to get lost. If you wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot. It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nar Shaddaa's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, we're not going to go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians. And the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy. Yeah, some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers, so others lend their weapons to the Hutts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy. Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the Refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive. Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice. I've plotted a course for the Refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Banisukakran, Jokramata, Storshban Locha, Joanna Masaranka Ma Ramazurita, Keso Juskrita Lorsa, Yumacha Fuego, Mikojira.
Loka Kamaran Endoso Ranwi no Chabi, Durantamana Sobu, Febko Emariam Gawata Situ Insula Rakarakachata. Tamaso Kinchuda Wanka, Mopi Unawana si Chukoratawa.
Request, if Goto's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate assassination protocols and commence firing at once.
Popotenyo go Jucho Picha, when Tabani Sochu, Norotoga Protola Lashishi, Duotosa Jibacha, Latakman San, Dokosha Nachito, Joanna Masaranka Ma Ramezurita, Eso Juskrita Lor Machafueko Mikujira Kawanabota Tagwa Kankadira Yutaka Alwanji Yumaliba Tues Mahawika Si Wawanta Mogu Ika Wansoba Wakama Nurawa.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
Honto Nosaka Jita Pedwana Maticha Tonotucha Tochara Makaka Musuran Kana Honto Nosaka Jita Pedwana Maticha Si Machadana Dona Wisarcha Makaran.
Ah, the beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Never have I been to a place so alive with the Force, yet so dead to it. The contrast is like a blade.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep, with canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them. Word of warning, watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours. Sure, most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on. Well, I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right. I think. Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings. In fact, while we're here, we should get those signatures changed. Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system. Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad. No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone. No one cares too much who flies in and out of here as long as they're not carrying cargo that the exchange or the Hutts might want a piece of. Alright then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
Yeah, if you want to stay on the ship and meditate some more, don't let us stop you. Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the Exchange, or someone willing to talk, none of which are too appealing. Bounty hunters in the Exchange are going to want to shoot you, and someone who is willing to talk to anyone, which means trouble.
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi. The intentions of the thugs of this moon are of no consequence.
This bounty poses a threat to him. We do not need two beasts at our back when the Sith are enough.
I agree. They are nothing more than a distraction. But even a distraction may prove fatal at a critical moment. We must protect him.
I do not wish your support, Dark Jedi. Your words only undermine my arguments.
If you are so certain of your path, then do what you will, servant of Atris. It makes no difference.
It's up to you. There's bound to be someone in the sector willing to spill their guts for a credit or two. There should be a central trading hub up ahead. Their stock's probably not the best, but they may have some things worthwhile. And just being here should be enough. People in the refugee sector don't tend to ask too many questions. We should be safe enough. Alright, if you have any questions, just ask. We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want. No one supervises these landing pads anymore.
You there!
Uh-oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its thrust into my landing pad! Huh? My trash heap? Fine, land there! My trash heap's all that's keeping your ship from making the final plunge. And trust me, it won't be long in coming, I promise you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
How may I serve?
No! Look, you can't keep us trapped in the refugee sector. We can't survive there. You've got us locked in.
You are no match for us.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure. If you save me to cripple me again, then you're worse than they are. What do you want with me? Well, they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place, so he can control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately. The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea why. They've started kidnapping people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it. You don't. He comes to you, if he's got reason to. Either because you can help him out, or because you're making trouble. Either way, it's not a good thing. Whatever your reasons, thanks.
I saw what you did to those Exchange thugs, stranger. Can you spare a few credits, maybe help another refugee in need?
Forgive me, stranger, please. I beg you, do not kill me.
Why did you do such a thing? Giving in to your feelings over such a small matter? They would be better served elsewhere. And what would you rather do? The Force binds all things. The smallest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. These acts of cruelty may have more severe repercussions than you know, or can see. Cruelty leads to suffering, and when one suffers, it is the way of life to spread suffering. The suffering within builds until its sound is all one hears. And when a kindness is offered, it is punished, and a greater darkness is served. From one act can come tremendous power when the echo has traveled as far as it can. Send a great echo, and power will come to you. The day shall come when you can test your strength, I promise you.
Spare a few credits, friend? All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know. Jedi Master? There aren't any Jedi Masters in the galaxy, let alone on Nar Shaddaa. This place is a cesspit, with the Exchange and the Hutts stabbing their claws into everything. But you know, I did hear something about a bounty on Jedi, though. Something the Exchange posted. Doesn't matter, though. Aren't any more Jedi around, so no one's going to be collecting that bounty. Not much to say, except it's a high price. You need to find a bounty hunter to get more, and they've been pretty scarce lately. You might have more luck trying to find someone connected to the Exchange. And I don't mean some spaceport muscle, I mean someone connected. Well, they tend to lay low. To be honest, it's like with bounty hunters. You may need to do something to get their attention. No idea. Could be one of them crossed the exchange, and they're looking for revenge on all of them. This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both. And anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up. A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. Even fighter pilots from the war can't get work at the docks. The freighter crews are full up. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the exchange, or work in a Hutt slave camp. Friend, you did promise some credits in exchange for information.
And what did he want?
Just answers to some questions. Asked about a Jedi Master of all things.
Really? Interesting.
Geraktada cemense bingar rugutoto unde juchamataso benkish manensitsi. Fela dibono da munikranakada. Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten.
Tien, it's Beador, 12th Engineering Division, out of Iridonia. I worked with you in the hangar bays on the Son of Oath.
Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten. Der rintoro to wakare kwe wapgerebu. Ninso telepachan korsodaranane gra dalonuta choloren.
Tien, we are already in trouble. In some ways, the war is not yet over, and our enemies seek us even now.
Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten. Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten.
Sullistan's hearing's pretty sharp, if you couldn't guess from the lobes.
Geraktada cemense bingar rugutoto unde juchamataso benkish manensitsi. Fela dibono da munikranakada. Charanana gundoso remina che l'orakto guru katpada. Che retore pada no ringatel camarada telefibu nubu de karana cenirara. Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten.
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. Could be useful for avoiding notice.
Teriwana jun konata della raguno tunna. Dai rintoro kavrekare papanala ranshinga. Derache wemeno totorere senesenten.
I hear you. Let me take care of this. Pure Pazak.
Inwamagro, may ranga na noluja. Bukka kamaran indoso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Bukka kamaran indoso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Tanabewe. Tandi Groto. Taranamo Sibu and Dasarans. Krema Sunkun Ratungala. Chawi Mo Jubu and Kosoracha. Taranamo Sibu and Dasarans. Krema Sunkun Ratungala. Chawi Mo Jubu and Kosoracha.
He had it coming.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. No, I don't think so. You and me, we got some business to settle. It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars. So, you admit it's not yours. How did you come by it anyway? Who did you buy it from? We'll see about that. Watch yourself. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
Atten, restrain yourself. Besides, a blaster would be unnecessary, when a nerve strike to his neck would incapacitate him painfully without inflicting any lasting harm.
Point taken.
The bounty hunters have been laying low recently, like they're waiting for something.
Please, look, I already paid the exchange what I have. But oh, look! Here's the one with your credits. About time. Look, these gentlemen are getting impatient. How did you do that? Stay away from me!
It is strange. As you acted, suddenly I acted. It is like we were fighting in tandem as a force bond. Though I do not feel the same connection. Your impulse to kill, to attack that one, I felt it mirrored in me. It was a strange sensation. It was as if I had no choice in the matter. Yes, that bond that develops between master and their apprentice. Or between those that feel the force. Traumatic moments can bind. Just as proximity and slow growth may bind as well. Perhaps, nevertheless, the impulse was strong.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba. Gavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Bornacinin sopo maranka wongo kumbiaste. Tonga buga shame zanini chonkai chitera ritsa sabata. Diumpe, dove punta crita gino muleranni bono. Chiret warangata inkuntanga waikerevo tawa yatoka uwan. Gavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Muliwrawa iberendia tia Vishnu nunga se. Utadira mata mandrakotu sa minaringadin.
Malampas tarawando krimogawan. Kurmaka trakta veshambash. Joruga gomoshi. Juto manshi dakajim. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya. Tachimurota kamsa. Javaskobo subjob. Rigiso Karvenoxo, Mochitosa Sagrindeyo. Banisoko Kran, Jogramata, Storshban Locha.
Jun sobe me rap, no kuma randisa machiksa, kucha bak tong kinka matakata, chopa wanga kun not ka yutka kes.
Mogachi nota harempe wanachi, drumpaba nakares magre, kavadumpa ku papayi mokata, yuzuta monorcha des, noma inso dizuka, da hupo botenyo go yucho picha, wem taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, juba dosa jibacha, ratak mansan, dokosha na chitolo. Takam tuchis miku mogo graba, kichichul ida hodonga. Mi padeng, tuning tachu kun nibes, kavadumba ku. Kavadumpe masura ku, popayi botenya, tachimurota kamsa, javaskobo sabjo, rijiso karvenoxo, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Kavadumpe masura ku, popayi botenya, tachimurota kamsa, javaskobo sabjo, rijiso karvenoxo, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Honta no saka, jita bedwana maticha.
Sunaranga macho chane, dota lutu. Padu krem so chiche no, chi wendido, dron tite yoba, morata gomana, kova chokchi, moskali, miki mokba moka.
Donina chiwa, kota wins, vorka no chawatama. Kavadumpe masura ku, popayi botenya, tachimurota kamsa. Javaskobo sabjo, rijiso karvenoxo, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Kavadumpe masura ku, popayi botenya, tachimurota kamsa. Javaskobo sabjo, rijiso karvenoxo, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Mogachi nota harempe wanachi, drumpaba nakares magre. Kavadumpa ku papayi mokata, yuzuto monorcha des, noma inso dizuka. Da hupo botenyo go yucho picha, wem taba ni sochu, norotoga proto lalashishi, juba dosa jibacha, ratak mansan, dokosha na chitolo. Kawanabota tagwa kanka dewa, yutaka alwanji yumaliba, tues mahawika si wawanta mo go ika mansoba, wakama nurawa. Honta no saka, jita bedwana maticha.
Bornacinin sopo maranca wongo combiaste. Tonino ba pinko neyaka, chuba picha, duna yuma mochinawa. Ochi, masure, prince unta. Unta chivita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Tarachomo sincho kavavolpa muleji kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Moloda nawinke sa toma no camarondisi makaranti. Moloda nawinke sa toma no camarondisi makaranti. Graci ubaci compadwana musca na bosca wamba. Graci ubaci compadwana musca na bosca wamba. Moloda nawinke sa toma no camarondisi makaranti. Tarachomo sincho kavavolpa muleji kumanaminta barawamba michedos. Unta chivita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Tonghite mosi jochia yumba litawa e bawa tuneruta. Tuditoma noma prata rolchuka toma. Wanta donko sota.
watakra tunji mularayi mulakritirite krakolo medoso. Kawana bota yutatanga kinamatura. Tayaita taposananansata. Kavadumpa munsuru kuplaliyawa. Bo bakaragawanda yaitua ulwanji yuma. Tarak krono king bulotonga chopa chavwa gnrut.
Tahupo botenya go jucho picha, when tabani sochu, norotoga proto lala shishi, juadosa jibacha, ratak mansan, dokosha na chitolo, kavadumpe masura ku, popayil botenya, tachimorosa kansa, javas kobo sabjo, rijiso karvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Kavadumpe masura ku, popayil botenya, tachimorosa kansa, javas kobo sabjo, rijiso karvenokso, mochitosa sagrindeyo. Kawanabota tagwa kanka dewa, utaka anunji malupa.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great distance, like a shiver running through you. It is Nar Shaddaa. The true Nar Shaddaa that you feel around you. It is this moon, with the metal and machines stripped away and the currents of the Force laid bare. desperation. It is life. One might as well move the universe, but such manipulation is possible, yes. It requires that one be able to feel the critical point within the fractured mass, and know how to strike it in such a way that the echoes travel to your intended destination. For as long as it lasts, like life, such waking moments within the Force are rare, waiting for the right moment when the critical point is struck and the sound rises. But let us be silent. Words and thoughts are distractions. Feel this moment. For as long as it will last, feel life as it is, with the crude matter stripped away.
Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichirendumu parama kawana abawasi. You kroren wan mapusiti nolara. Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichirendumu parama kawana abawasi. You kroren wan mapusiti nolara. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esreptonatada be mabarchokto. Torenibu inturata sisi meborokra.
Ask a Twi'lek. It's not flattering.
Febkoi Mariam Gawata Situ Insula Raka Rakachata. Tamaso Kinchuda Wanga. Mopiguna Wana Sichukora Tawa. Donos Emeragith. Wana Rakora Chidrumka Sa Inchobin Sasha. Dosimana Rachata. Febkoi Mariam Gawata Situ Insula Raka Rakachata. Tamaso Kinchuda Wanga. Mopiguna Wana Sichukora Tawa. Donos Emeragith. Wana Rakora Chidrumka Sa Inchobin Sasha. Dosimana Rachata.
Sardachonilo tabeduana matakanus dogulupan. Tagaprota gocha jakona kisoch bandocha. Yotachi sabarinish. Dominisa chumakaran waninoto guru nichmuda. Hetadre hiso yunch.
Tanabewe Tandi Kuroto. Dawachosimu poindorakawa ichirendumu parama kawana abawasi. You kroren wan mapusiti nolara.
Graci ubaci kompadwana muska na boska wamba.
Turelieba kontosa. Manso kalima konjore ni masa. Ifrentundas plehti semerunjore krennon.
Norahagwa buska yokolo alaubaka.
Hama hinemas temadana hiskasta hiha. Charnu
To battle.
Let me take care of this. Pure Pazak.